this Mr. Shiv. Krishna, he's a Krishna Das. He's from the Kolkata.
My name
Rajesh
Lakra. I'm from Delhi.
You're from Delhi?
Rajesh. Okay.
But I'm very scared, man. I'm very scared. सरकार से हम भी चाहते हैं कि हम लोग यहाँ पे रोजी रोटी कमाने के लिए आए थे, अभी यहाँ फंस गए, हमारे को यहाँ से सभी को निकाले, जितने भी लोग हम लोग यहाँ पे हैं, और हमारे भी बच्चे भी परेशान हैं, हमारे घर वाले भी परेशान हैं। हम लोग तो यहाँ पे, हम लोग गरीब लोग हैं, हम लोग तो यहाँ पे रोजी रोटी कमाने आए, हमें क्या मालूम था कि हम लोग ऐसे फंस जाएंगे।
आप कितने साल से वहाँ पे काबुल में हो?
जी मैं 7 साल से हूँ। 2015 में आया था मैं, और जब से मैं काम कर रहा हूँ। मैं अभी जस्ट छुट्टी काट के आया ही था, लेकिन ये मालूम नहीं था, एयरपोर्ट से भी हम लोग को रोका भी नहीं कि तुम लोग मत जाओ वापस।
आप दिल्ली से काबुल कब पहुंचे छुट्टी के बाद? कौन सा तारीख को?
अभी मैं 8 तारीख को आया हूँ मैम। अभी 8 तारीख को, 8 अगस्त को मैं रिटर्न आया हूँ छुट्टी काट के। मैं गया था 18 जुलाई को, और 8 अगस्त को मैं आया हूँ। 2 बंदे हम लोग आए हैं छुट्टी काट के। और यहाँ तक कि जो अगर ऐसी कोई सिचुएशन है तो कम से कम हम लोग को एयरपोर्ट में रोकना चाहिए था ना। वो भी तो नहीं रोके। एयरपोर्ट में भी वीजा है, सब कुछ है, बस उन्होंने जाने दिया हमारे को, किसी ने भी कुछ कहीं पे भी नहीं रोका। मैं सरकार से अनुरोध करता हूँ कि हम लोग जितने भी लोग हैं यहाँ पे, जो भी हैं, मतलब बहुत सारे लोग हैं यहाँ पे, इंडिया के और श्रीलंका के भी हैं, और भी जगह के लोग हैं। हम लोग ये चाहते हैं कि जितना जल्दी हो सके हम लोग को यहाँ से लेके जाए। बाकी और हम लोग कुछ भी नहीं चाहते। फैमिली से मैं कोलकाता में हूँ, फैमिली से बात कर रहा हूँ। मेरी छोटा बेटा है, वो बहुत रो रहा था, मैं उसको समझाया कुछ नहीं, क्योंकि हम लोग नहीं बोल सकते उनको कुछ भी, हम लोग किस हालत में हैं बता नहीं सकते ना। बताएंगे तो वो लोग और परेशान हो जाएगा। हम लोग को ऊपर जो क्या बीत रहा है तो हम लोग जानते हैं ना मैम। और हम लोग हमेशा मतलब इंडियन एम्बेसी में काम करते, जब भी किसी काम की पार्टी होगा, कुछ भी होगा, हर चीज के लिए हम लोग तैयार थे। लेकिन जब ये सडनली हुआ तो कोई कांटेक्ट लेने की तैयारी नहीं, कोई फोन भी बात नहीं कर रहा है, कोई किसी से कुछ नहीं, कभी नहीं कि हाँ भाई आप लोग कहाँ पे हो, कैसे हो। पर ये हाल में हम लोग रात को काम कर रहे थे, रात को भी घुस गया था तालिबान, लेकिन किसी को कुछ बोला नहीं। लेकिन हम लोग डर रहे हैं कि किसी टाइम भी ये लोग कुछ भी कर सकता है। वो लोग को तो ये नहीं है कि वो कहते कुछ है करते कुछ और, ये तो हम लोग को अच्छा से मालूम है सभी को।
And how many people are there with you?
Yeah, right now in the camp we have almost 400 people. There is Nepalese there, British people is there, some European people also is here. But our Indian, we have 12 guys. In our company we have almost 60 to 70 Indians working, but we already sent them on 15, and only we 12 people stuck here. So now we have flight for tomorrow, Air India. But as you know, I think commercial airlines is banned. They cannot take off and landing in the Kabul airport. So I don't know what we will do further. Indian Embassy, we are trying to call them since 15th evening. They are not receiving phone, and we try to contact in WhatsApp. They are reading the message, but no reply.
Oh, so you're saying that you're seeing the blue tick mark, but you
Yes.
so you know that they're reading the message, but they're not replying to your message.
Yes, yes.
And this is happening since?
Now, since 15th evening, once we miss the flight, then we try to contact them if they have any instruction for us, but they don't know anything, so they don't reply anything to us.
So, did you try going to the embassy in Kabul?
No, due to situation, because from 15th night, the Kabul was captured by the Taliban, so we didn't feel safe to go out from our office, so we stay wherever we have. We was that time. So today morning only we moved from that place to this camp, because this camp we have other Indians also, so we want to stay together.
I know in your company there are 12 people. How many Indians are there in this camp?
Many, ma'am. I cannot tell you the correct figure, but it's many. It's more than 25 to 30 people. British Embassy, so they're arranging them to move from here. I think today or tonight or tomorrow, whenever they get the confirmation, they will move from here. And only we, Indian, will be alone, 12 alone, means after that.
Let's hope that it doesn't come to that, and let's hope that the Indian Embassy takes action. And one of the reasons why we are also doing this interview is that we really want to show your voices to the government. Tell me a little bit about your company. What is your company into?
Since 2006, so almost 16 years or 15 years I'm in Kabul, supporting to US government, and we were supporting to British government also. And we have good relation with Indian Embassy because we do the construction, our company do the construction for them, and catering also sometime.
As you said, your company has been supporting the US. Do you, all Indians, do you feel, and even the Afghanis, others who were working in your company, the Afghan nationals, do you all feel a sense of betrayal by the way US just left? They decided to leave. The president fled. We all see opinions coming from politicians and ministers and experts in India and Afghanistan, but we really don't hear from people like you who have been working in Afghanistan, who have spent so many years in Afghanistan, who've actually done the level work and supported these countries and these governments in their larger strategy to make Afghanistan a peaceful democracy. So I really want to know from you, what is the sense amongst Indians in Afghanistan, and what is the sense amongst Afghan nationals who were working in your company about the fact that the president fled, about the fact that the US just decided to leave?
Actually, nobody was expecting this. There was an expectation they will leave one day, but it wasn't expecting like this suddenly. And everything has happened suddenly. So what they was telling, if Taliban enter the Kabul, it will take like 90 days from now. So it was maybe now 9 hours they captured the Kabul. So right now, I don't know what people is thinking. Everybody in shock.
Are there also women in this 12-member group?
No, no.
Okay, so what about the other Indians? You said there are 25 to 30 Indians who are stranded along with you in the camp. Are there women also?
No, there is, I think, some Filipino women is there, and some Nepalese women is there who was working for Guard Force, and they're supporting to British. So they are taking care of them. They have in separate place.
What kind of contact have you had with the embassy ever since this problem started? How many times have you called the embassy? How many times?
I call many times. There is some friends, like when we was giving service to Indian Embassy, so we had some friends there. We tried to call them also. Some people is totally offline. Some people, like I said, they read the message but they don't reply. So even if they don't have anything, they just can say, okay, right now we don't have any instruction, but don't worry, we are working on, or something like that. So just for moral support. But we don't have that.
Yeah.
Nobody, even they didn't reply to message.
No, in times like this, more than help, you really need a lot of moral support. I completely understand that. Now, when it comes to the embassy, absolutely no assurances from the embassy or no contact at all?
No, some days before they advise us, they send message, is advisory from the embassy, as soon as possible, leave the country. They said that before. But suddenly, only one flight is traveling, and that also not daily, like three flights a week, I think. So to find the tickets, it's really difficult. So within 1 week, it wasn't possible to move the country. So suddenly we got this situation. So after that, they stopped to talk with us. And
yesterday we had a statement which said that the ITBP personnel will be in Kabul till they see the last staffer out. Till they see the last Indian national out, ITBP personnel are going to be in Kabul. Have you ever seen any of these ITBP personnels anywhere in Kabul?
I don't have that just I'm hearing from you only.
Please tell me your name. Since how long have you been in Kabul? There is no need to tell me your location exactly, but just a few basic details.
Actually, myself, K. Vilas. I am from the Pune. So here, actually, I'm working since 3 years. Everybody is in panic situation because we have the 12 people are here. And we don't know, the Taliban actually already, they told that they will not do anything about the foreigners, but we cannot believe on them. And the problem is that they are everywhere on the street. They are they are just roaming on the street with the guns, right? But we cannot believe on that. We want to leave Afghanistan as soon as possible. There is a government side, nobody from the embassy side contact us. So that is the problem actually.
There is an embassy in Kabul. So all our consulates no longer work. There is an embassy in Kabul. Do you know if this embassy really works? Is there somebody, one point person inside the embassy who will be of some help for you people?
No, ma'am. Actually, we are getting the circulations. If anything is happening, anything is there, the circulation they send to us. After that, we are trying to contact on the same number which they send to us on the circulation, but they are not responding, and though nobody call us or not picking. So that is the problem actually.
Okay. So now, what is your message to the government of India?
So that is message is that we are contacting them, but they are not contacting. They are not contacting us, and we don't know whatever they are saying. These flights are there, and we are keep talking with the Indian people, but as such, nobody's contacted us. So that is the problem, and we are sending everything. I sent all the details to them, but they are not responding now on the phone calls.
Okay.
So that's what we are confused. So who is going to rescue us, or what is the plan?
मेरा नाम शिव चंद्र, मैं जम्मू से हूँ. Ma'am, the real problem is that we are so much panic. We don't feel safe here, so we want to move as soon as possible. We have to move. Our commercial flight is tomorrow, but we don't know. Maybe airport is open for commercial flight or not. But we are in so panic. We are afraid. Everybody is crying here. So we would as soon as rescue us. So we want the Indian government, please help us, rescue us, take us out from Kabul because it's getting danger every day by day.
There is an embassy in Kabul. Is it open? Is it shut? Is there somebody in the embassy who is there, a points person who can answer your call and who can give you any sort of assurances?
Okay, ma'am, since yesterday we are trying to contact with the embassy, nobody giving us any response. Even I email them, I contact them on WhatsApp, nobody giving any response. They're just reading back message and ignore. That's it.
That number that you're calling?
No, they don't respond. They don't give any. I was calling them. I called more than 100 times, but nobody give any response. They just disconnect.
Yeah,
they
but
just
where did you call?
maybe
Did you
block
call
us.
the embassy? Did you call the embassy?
Yeah, I call. There was an embassy person. I had his number. He didn't give me any reply. He was just ignoring and disconnecting my call. All the Taliban, they are patrolling on the road. They are moving. They are all the bankers, all the gates. They are closed, captured by the Taliban. Even the police stations, all. So many. All Taliban, they are patrolling on the roads. So it's very dangerous for us to stay here anymore.
It's me, Bipin. I'm from Goa. But right now the situation is very bad, and we need your help. We are requesting the Indian government to sort out this and remove us from this situation, because it is very bad situation over here, and all the checkposts has been captured by Taliban. Even our base camp outside, there is a Taliban standing over there. So we don't know when they will attack and what will happen to us. So please, it is a request to the government to please let us know and take us out as soon as possible. Before those they came so soon, and we didn't got time also to run for the airport. And when we got the ticket, when we ran, the all road was blocked and they captured everything. And it was very dangerous situation to go outside.
Now tell me, how did you miss the flight that day?
Yeah, we missed the flight because due to the road traffic jam, and the Taliban was over there. So the first group which was left, they took around 4 hours to reach to the airport, and they know how they went over there. The firing were going on.
So when you were traveling to the airport, there was traffic jam. The firing was going on.
Yeah, full traffic jam.
Taliban militants were there all over.
Yeah, all over. They took all the checkposts. They had took all the checkposts, and main the firing was going on the embassy side and the airport side.
How many times have you tried calling on the embassy numbers?
We tried to call many times. Even the Krishna was trying to call. They were just ignoring. No one taking the call.